Our team at Prison Professors wants to provide as much information as we can to help individuals who are facing challenges with the criminal justice system, or more importantly, who want to avoid facing challenges with the criminal justice system. In this era of big government, there are always going to be more investigations, and people are always going to find themselves in a situation where they're wondering, is there a potential problem? Are there steps that I should be taking to prepare myself? And in a fast-growing industry like cryptocurrencies, it's really important to learn. I'm going to turn to a blog that one of our team members wrote today. And this blog, you can find it on our website at Prison Professors. It's called Crypt World Under Siege. And if you click on the blog itself, you will see the article that I am going to read, because some people like to consume their content while they're driving down the road, or maybe when they're on a treadmill and it's hard to read. So we try to provide it in every way that we possibly can, whether it's verbally, through these podcasts, or on this YouTube channel. Or they can just visit our website at prisonprofessors.com, where we offer abundance of information. Today, I'd like to read this article that Kayla wrote. It's called Crypto World Under Siege. And I'm going to just read it for you right now and intersperse a little commentary as I'm reading it. The cryptocurrency industry attracts unwanted attention from the CFTC and other regulators. Crypto companies are paying hefty fines. So that's the opening here. Scroll down the article. You can see you can get a free copy of information of books and so on and so forth. But let me continue reading. And we'll bring some clarity on who the CFTC is. The use of digital currency or cryptocurrency is rapidly growing, but cryptocurrency or crypto is still misunderstood by many. They primarily look at it as a vehicle for illegal transactions. As such, cryptocurrency transactions continue to attract unwanted attention from federal government investigators. Well, both federal and state regulators and lawmakers are ramping up their oversight of the cryptocurrency industry. The general consensus is that we need more regulation. Specifically, that regulation should tailor to the rapidly growing industry and the way that businesses are using all of the different forms of cryptocurrencies, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar. There's just so many cryptos, and now there are these new tokens as well. And regulators, they are concerned that they don't control this currency. And so there's a lot more scrutiny here. And if somebody is involved in crypto, you should learn as much as we possibly can. Now, recent reports indicate that U.S. regulators' fines in the cryptocurrency industry have already surpassed $2.5 billion since Bitcoin emerged in 2009. This year alone, and I'm recording this in 2021, cryptocurrency platforms agreed to pay more than $150 million in fines to settle federal government claims against them. More government cases are pending. Agencies involved in the prosecution of these cases include the Department of Justice, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Securities and Exchange Commission, Commodity Futures Funding Commission, Internal Revenue Service, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, the Financial Stability Oversight Committee, FSOC, and State Attorneys General. Let me just do something really quick here so that we can see what I am doing. As if this were not enough, private plaintiffs are also circling the wagons, planning class action lawsuits. The reality is this: the cryptocurrency world is under siege. And in all honesty, anybody who's involved with crypto should understand, hey, there are people looking at me. This could spawn investigations. What steps can I take to protect myself? Well, the first step is to keep your head in the game and be aware of what's going on around you. And that's why Kayla took the time to publish some information on recent cases and investigations. Of course, if you visit the blog itself, you can get links to those cases. Every day, news headlines report on cryptocurrency cases, settlements, massive fines, and new investigations. For example, on August the 10th, 2021, the cryptocurrency trading platform called BitMEX agreed to pay $100 million as part of a settlement with the CFTC and FinCEN for multiple violations of the Bank Secrecy Act and other anti-money laundering laws. That's an important data point there when we're talking about money laundering laws. You see, the business may have paid the fine, but that doesn't necessarily block the principles of the business from being investigated for money laundering charges or other white-collar crimes. And so we want to learn about this. We want to learn what steps can somebody take to protect themselves. In another case, last March, Coinbase, which is the largest publicly traded crypto exchange, agreed to pay a $6.5 million civil penalty to settle charges from the CFTC for reporting violations and improper trading activity by a former employee. Let me just do a real quick check and see which agency is that. CFTC is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. So important to recognize. That is one of the investigative bodies that is investigating crypto. Okay, and earlier this month, the SEC charged 2 people from Florida for allegedly selling more than $30 million of crypto securities to investors in unregistered offerings. They used the Ethereum blockchain to sell 2 types of cryptocurrencies, and they misled investors about the operations and profitability of their business. Blockchain Credit Partners and the 2 executives settled the SEC charges without admitting or denying the allegations, but they agreed to disgorge more than $13 million and paid $125,000 each in penalties. Very important to recognize, just because somebody settles a civil matter doesn't mean that prosecutors from the Department of Justice are not going to be looking. On investigations in May 2021, Bloomberg reported that Binance Holdings, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, is under DOJ and IRS investigation for money laundering and tax evasion. I think that is a typo, because Binance Holdings can't be the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange at the same time that, oh, I see, the largest. This is the largest publicly traded crypto exchange. So this is the world's largest. Binance Holdings. Okay. All of the latest news is concerning for the crypto industry. While the current headlines focus on the government's actions against trading platforms and their executives, anyone involved in the sector should remain aware of the government's intense scrutiny. Many people are bound to get swept up in these investigations as the government devotes more resources to regulate the industry. Here's Kayla's pro tip. Remember to consult criminal defense counsel for legal advice regarding any court case. Prison Professors, which is an earning freedom company, regularly helps people locate and vet experienced legal counsel. We work alongside counsel to help mitigate clients' risks and concerns surrounding a government investigation. But you can get all that information for free just by visiting our website at Prison Professors or taking a look at our YouTube channels. So the CFTC, that's the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The CFTC is currently considered the leading agency focused on the cryptocurrency industry. It often coordinates complex matters involving multiple government agencies and refers cases to the DOJ for prosecution. From 2015 to 2020, the CFTC filed over more than 20 enforcement actions against crypto operators. In the last year, the CFTC filed additional enforcement actions. In 2018, the agency formed a specialized virtual currency task force. The CFTC focuses on 5 types of enforcement cases according to the National Law Review. 1, fraudulent schemes, such as Bitcoin Ponzi schemes marketed to retail consumers. 2, failure to register with the CFTC as the regulations require. 3, illegal off-exchange transactions. 4, market manipulation and price manipulation for virtual currencies, for example, wash trading. And 5, anti-money laundering violations. That's the scary one, because it's about knowing your customer, but the very nature of crypto is theoretically to keep a decentralized currency on a blockchain database that will not be subjected to government scrutiny. So it's hard to say you're going to know your customer while the customer is trying to not be known. So it's really important to understand these concepts. When I have opened crypto accounts, I've always just been completely forthcoming and dealt with above board crypto exchanges, giving them my name. So it's really no different from a bank account. It's not secret in any way. You've got to be thinking, if you're involved in the crypto space, is that your intention? If it's not your intention, then understand what steps government regulators will take to try and bring a case against you. Because that you can be sure, in an era of big government, there are people who want to bring a case against people in the crypto space. Okay, so here we go with another article that Kayla provides. BitMEX agrees to pay a $100 million fine. And yet, generally, whenever I see a big civil fine like that, it raises a red flag for me as somebody who did 26 years in prison, because I met a lot of people in prison that became a scapegoat for the company. So a $100 million fine is a big fine, but in order to continue operations, a lot of times, or qualify for a deferred prosecution agreement, a business has to give up somebody. A $100 million fine is one of the largest crypto settlements as regulators increase enforcement in the industry. Only one other company paid a more significant monetary penalty. In 2017, BTC-E paid a $110 million fine to resolve FinCEN allegations that it facilitated drug sales and other illegal transactions. Significantly, BTC-E is now out of business, and there may be somebody standing up for count in federal prison as a result of that investigation. The most significant allegations against BitMEX and its three co-founders include operating a crypto exchange from the United States without regulatory clearance, unlawfully accepting orders and money from U.S. investors to trade cryptocurrencies without regulatory clearance, failure to maintain necessary anti-money laundering protocols, conducting at least $209 million in transactions with known darknet markets or unregistered money services businesses. Again, a lot of that can result in the eyes of a cynical prosecutor with that wants to convene a grand jury proceeding, and that grand jury proceeding can result in a criminal indictment. So learn everything you possibly can before you get yourself further into trouble. Significantly, the company has shut down all of its marketing and trading operations in the United States. This is a somber reminder of how high the stakes are for companies and executives accused of government investigations. The United States Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York indicted 4 people, BitMEX executives, alleging they willfully caused BitMEX to violate the Bank Secrecy Act, and they conspired to violate the Bank Secrecy Act. Those are criminal charges. The defendants have entered not guilty pleas in the criminal matter, and the case remains pending. But very scary when you get that kind of allegation against you. We also know that Coinbase agreed to pay a $6.5 million fine. Earlier this year, the CFTC brought a civil enforcement action against Coinbase. According to the CFTC, Coinbase violated federal securities laws by recklessly delivering false, misleading, or inaccurate reports concerning cryptocurrency transactions. CFTC officials also allege that a Coinbase employee engaged in wash trading. So we have to Google, what is wash trading? What is wash trading in crypto? Let's find out. It's one form of market manipulation is wash trading, where trading volume artificially created by a manipulator who reports volume that does not actually exist, an exchange, or who executes trades against himself and is not blocked by the exchange. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, to resolve this matter, Coinbase agreed to pay a $6.5 million civil penalty. It cease and desist from any further illegal trading activities, fully cooperate with the CFTC in any further investigation, refrain from making any public statements opposing the allegations or the settlements. In the settlement, Coinbase did not admit or deny liability. Conclusion: government regulators and lawmakers will not let up on the crypto industry anytime soon. The DOJ will continue to conduct criminal investigations and seek criminal charges. Crypto companies will continue to pay significant fines. If they're, I guess we should probably edit this to say they will pay significant fines if authorities or regulators bring charges against them. Many people will become involved in these investigations, and I will edit a little that sentence as well. They'll become involved in these investigations even though they may not have intentionally violated anything. There's a concept in government that's know or should have known. In addition to defendants directly accused of wrongdoing, government investigators are interested in potential witnesses and whistleblowers, including cryptocurrency company employees. Very important to understand that. The government effectively wants to make every human being an ambassador of the Department of Justice, and that's just the nature of big government. So if you understand that, hopefully you can take some precautions to avoid being vulnerable to those types of problems. Indeed, the CFTC is actively seeking tips, witnesses, and whistleblowers to come forward regarding abuses in the cryptocurrency industry. And of course, those agencies incentivize people to become whistleblowers. Here is what a CFTC call for a witness and whistleblowers looks like verbatim. Customers can report suspicious activities or information, such as possible violations of commodity trading laws, to the Division of Enforcement via toll-free hotline. Let me just block this phone call for a moment. Hotline. And then it gives the phone number for the hotline, or file a tip or complaint or contact the CFTC whistleblower office. Whistleblowers are eligible to receive between 10 and 30% of the monetary sanctions collected. So this is kind of like a key 10 whistleblower case where people get paid for turning in other people. So there's more details of that on our website. I just want you to be aware of it. You know, these are the things that you should be conscious of, is that there are other people out there looking at you, and they're not really thinking, wanting to do everything right. They just want to bring, I shouldn't say they want to, they're not really interested in anything other than bringing people down. Regardless of what your intentions are, you can face significant monetary fines or criminal penalties. Witnesses, whistleblowers, potential suspects, and targets should remain vigilant and proactive in any possible government investigation. The risks and consequences vary case by case. However, there are common strategic steps to help people navigate government investigations and achieve better outcomes. We talk a lot about that in our other company, Compliance Mitigation. But anyone who has concerns about a possible government investigation into their cryptocurrency activities should just do more research. Our team at Prison Professors and all our other earning freedom companies strives to help. We just basically share what we learned, having gone through government investigations and imprisonment, and we help people locate and vet experienced counsel for many legal matters, and we work alongside counsel on mitigation strategies. Visit us at prisonprofessors.com, subscribe to us on YouTube, or on iTunes, or wherever you're getting this content. We try to produce content just about every day to help people really get the best possible outcome if they're facing challenges. That's just one part of our business. The other segment of our business is to show people that even if you're in a challenging situation, you can sow seeds to get a better outcome. I know a lot about that because I was in prison for 26 years. And in fact, I wrote a book about that called Earning Freedom, which you can get for free. If you visit us at prisonprofessors.com, you can just fill out one of those little links, and we'll be very happy to send you either the digital version or the audio version of Earning Freedom. I'm very grateful to work with a big team of formerly incarcerated people. We're all striving to live as contributing, law-abiding citizens. But one of the ways that we strive to contribute is keep people out of the crosshairs of justice. So visit us at prisonprofessors.com for more, subscribe, and we'll be back with more content every day. Either my partner or I will be publishing. Thanks.